Quiet on the Western Front came out last year on Netflix, and is a German war film talking about a group of boys that decide to join the German army and head into the front lines. But unfortunately, unlike the story they were told of fame and glory, coming back home as heroes, they eventually realize the harsh truth of what warfare really is and just how brutal it can be on these men. And so throughout this movie, they're doing everything they can to survive throughout this war, while a group of people who live in high obtained, stylized, and rich houses are trying to figure out ways to end this war before any more of these men can die. I watched this earlier today. I heard a lot of good things about it. It was nominated for Best Picture this year, and I have to say, after watching it, I found it to be a very engaging watch and probably one of the most interesting World War I films I've ever seen. There seems to be lately a plethora of World War I stories now coming up in the front. I remember back in the 90s and early 2000s that there used to be a whole bunch of World War II films. And I think that's due to there being a clear antagonist in that war that basically drives everything and who clearly has very backward morals. And so it was a very easy time to make movies about. This, however, is not as black and white as World War II. This is more about the harshness of men going into these fields, just waiting to die, and just going on and on in the same battlefield, almost accomplishing nothing. And seeing these boys in the beginning slowly learn that this war is going to be more brutal than they expect, I immediately started caring about them, as the earlier scenes not just established the boys, but a plethora of men just being high, not literally high on drugs, but high in their beliefs that they can actually be heroes and do something for their country and their people. But unfortunately, that's not what it really is. It's maybe black and white in their minds once they are not in battle, but once they get into the field, everything is just dark and brutal, and decisions they have to make that go against their beliefs or who they are as people basically tests them as individuals in who they are and what it actually means to be a good soldier. And I found all that very interesting and very engaging to watch. And it's also kind of a hard movie to watch too. A lot of the battle sequences here are extremely brutal and intense, but they are well filmed. Despite it being on a limited budget and that showing at times throughout some of the special effects, I found this to be a very well produced film with pretty good effects overall, especially practically. The sets are amazing, and the cinematography, oh my god, it is beautiful. It's one of the best looking films I've seen from last year. And if I checked correctly, did it get I don't know if it got a cinematography nomination, but if it did, I would want it to win. This is probably my pick for the best looking film of the entire year. The score is also pretty good. I wouldn't say it's amazing. I think some musical choices here and there felt a bit off, especially with the tone and setting of the movie. But other than that, I found All Quiet on the Western Front to be a very engaging World War I film about a endless battle that basically gets these men nowhere in life and basically ends up being pointless. This is just a race against time to get as many of these men home as possible before anyone, if all of them are going to die. And to me, that is what made this film very engaging. Sure, the protagonists and what they're going through is something that we've seen in a plethora of war films. But it's the setting, tone, and themes of the movie that kept me engaged, kept me watching throughout, and basically informed me about what war for these men was really like. And so for that reason, I'm going to give All Quiet on the Western Front an A-. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys next time.